Good morning, students. We were doing lines and angles, and today is the 30th. I explained yesterday to you transversals and the different angles formed. First and foremost, what is the transversal? A revision of what we done. A transversal is a line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points in a plane. That is what I had explained to you. So a transversal is a line which intersects two or more lines. You have one line here, you have another line here. It can be more than two lines. It can be more than two lines. A transversal intersects two or more lines. This is line L and this is line M, and this line P is the transversal. It intersects two or more than two lines at distinct points in a plane. At distinct points in the plane. We understood this yesterday. Then I also explained yesterday to you, when a transversal intersects two lines at two distinct points in the plane, we get 8 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I showed you the angles with numbers. And I also explained what are exterior angles. 1, 2, 7 and 8 are exterior angles. 3, 4, 5 and 6 are interior angles. We also understood what are corresponding angles. Angles which are on the same side of the transversal, having different vertices. One interior and one exterior are called corresponding angles. Like 1 and 5, they are corresponding angles. 4 and 8, they are corresponding angles. 2 and 6, they are corresponding. They are on the same side of the transversal, having different vertices, and one exterior, one interior. Similarly, 3 and 7, corresponding angles. We did alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles, first we know what are the interior angles. 3, 4, 5 and 6, they are the interior angles. Alternate interior angles are those angles which are on different sides of the vertices, have different vertices, yes, and they are on different sides. Angle 4 and angle 6. This vertex, this is on this vertex. They are on different vertices, they are on different sides of the transversal, and they are in the interior. So 4 and 6, they are alternate interior angles. Similarly, 3 and 5, they are alternate interior angles. Then we came to alternate exterior angles. Exterior we know are 1, 2, 7 and 8, the exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles are having different vertices. They are on different sides of the transversal, and they are in the exterior. Angle 1 and angle 7. Angle 2 and angle 8. All this was explained yesterday. I am just doing a short revision so that you memorize all this in case you have not seen the video yesterday. Also, I explained what are co-interior angles. Two angles which are in the interior and on the same side of the transversal. Two angles which are in the interior and on the same side of the transversal, they are called co-interior angles. Angle 4 and angle 5, they are co-interior angles. Angle 3 and angle 6, they are co-interior angles. The sum of the co-interior angles is 180 degree. They are supplementary. I explained to you linear pair also. Angle 1 and 2, they form a straight line. Two adjacent angles in a straight line, linear pair. Similarly, 3 and 4 linear pair. 5 and 6 linear pair. 7 and 8 linear pair. Why? Because if one angle is given, we can find the other with the help of linear pair. I also explained to you vertically opposite angles. Two angles formed by two intersecting lines. So 2 and 4, they are vertically opposite angles. 1 and 3 vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Similarly, 6 and 8 vertically opposite angles. 5 and 7 vertically opposite angles. Just a short revision of what I did yesterday. Towards the end, I had explained this to you. So, if you now know what are corresponding angles, alternate interior, alternate exterior, co-interior, linear pair, etc. Now we go to the main part of it now. Understand now. If the lines are parallel, now understand this. Now if two parallel lines, now we are discussing about parallel lines. two parallel lines cut by a transversal. Now if the lines are parallel, in those cases which I explained, the lines may be parallel, may not be parallel. That is why figures I have drawn, one figure I have drawn like this way, one line like this way, because the lines are not parallel, right, and they are cut by a transversal. But now we are discussing about two parallel lines. So if the lines are parallel now, this is one line L and this is another line M. They are cut by a transversal, say P. Now when two parallel lines, I am indicating the parallel lines by this, when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then we know which are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, alternate interior angles are equal. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, alternate exterior angles are equal. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, the sum of the co-interior angles is 180 degree or supplementary. This is what is possible only if the lines are parallel. So if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles become equal. Now for example, we know corresponding angle, this is 1 and this is 5, suppose. These are corresponding angles. Don't need of giving a name. These two angles are corresponding angles. If this angle is 120 degree, then this angle will also be 120 degree because corresponding angles are equal if the lines are parallel. If it is mentioned the lines are parallel or it is marked here that they are parallel, this arrow shows that they are parallel, right? So their angles are equal. Similarly, if this angle is 60, then this will also be 60. Corresponding angles. The reason is corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal. Similarly, this angle and this angle and this angle and this angle, they are equal. Corresponding angles are equal if the lines are parallel. Next part. Now we come to alternate interior angles. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then alternate interior angles are equal. Which are alternate interior angles? These two angles, they are alternate interior angles. These two angles are equal. So if this is say 50 degree, this will also be 50 degree. Reason, they are alternate interior angles. And alternate interior angles are equal if the lines are given there parallel. If this is 130 degree, then this will also be 130 degree. Alternate interior angles. They are alternate interior angles. They are equal. Similarly, for alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles are equal. These are the exterior angles and they are alternate. One on one side of the transversal, the other on the other side of the transversal, having different vertices, and they are exterior. So alternate exterior angles also are equal. So if for example this angle is say 130 degree, then this will also be 130 degree. Alternate exterior angles are equal. Similarly, this angle and this angle, they are also equal. Alternate exterior angles are equal. So we have studied here, when the lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate exterior angles are also equal. Next we come to the next part is next we come to the co-interior angles. I had already showed you what are co-interior angles. Two angles which are in the interior and on the same side of the transversal, if we have this angle and this angle, they are co-interior angles. And the sum of the co-interior angles is 180 degree. If this is say 120 degree and this is say 60 degree and 120 degree, then the sum is 180. Or if we know this is 60, we can find out this angle. 180 minus 60, 120. If we know this angle 120, we can find this angle 60 degree, co-interior angle. The sum of the co-interior angles is equal to 180 degree, or we can say co-interior angles are supplementary. I hope it is clear. Other co-interior angles are this and this. These are co-interior angles also. So, with the help of this, you can find the angles. Now we come to naming the angles. Suppose we are given two parallel lines. AB and CD are two parallel lines. They are two parallel lines cut by a transversal PQ. Cut by a transversal PQ which intersects AB at say E and at F and CD at F. So AB and CD are two parallel lines cut by a transversal PQ intersecting AB at E and CD at F. Now the question can come is, name the angle corresponding to angle AEP, and second is corresponding to angle DEF. These two questions. Now understand here, I have drawn the figure because they said AB and CD are two parallel lines. They are cut by a transversal PQ intersecting AB at E and CD at F. The question is, name the angle corresponding to angle AEP. Now where's AEP? AEP. We are talking about this angle. AEP. Now the angle corresponding to AEP, we know corresponding to this angle is this angle. So we can name it as angle CFE or EFC, which mean the same thing. F should be in the letter F should be, alphabet F should be in the center. So we can call it CFE or EFC, which mean the same thing. So corresponding to AEP is this angle, that is CFE. So we can name it is angle CFE. CFE. Name the angle corresponding to angle BEF. Now mark BEF. Mark BEF. BEF. This angle. BEF. Corresponding to BEF, we know corresponding to this angle is this angle. Right? What is this angle? DFQ. So the angle is angle DFQ. This is how we can name the angles. Previously I showed you with numbers. Now I am showing you how to name the angles and also tell which is equal to them. So corresponding to AEP is CFE and corresponding to BEF is DFQ. Done out here. One more example. Name the angle corresponding to angle PEB, and second one is angle CFQ. Name the angle corresponding to angle PEB. First mark where's PEB. PEB. We're talking of this angle. So angle corresponding to PEB. Which angle is corresponding to this angle? We know angle corresponding to this angle is this angle. Corresponding to this angle is this angle. So here we have this angle. What is this angle? DFE. We can also name it EFD, which means the same thing. So corresponding to PEB is angle DFE. Next one. They said name the angle corresponding to angle CFQ. Mark CFQ. CFQ. This angle. Now corresponding to this angle. I told you one exterior, one interior on the same side. You must know your definitions. If you know your definition very well, if you understood what I told you yesterday in the class, I explained all this. Plus I did a revision just on the beginning just to make you understand this. So once you know your definition, corresponding angles are angles which are on the same side of the transversal, having different vertices, one interior and one exterior. So now this is exterior, so it should be one interior. They are corresponding angles. So corresponding to CFQ is AEF. Where the angle is formed, there the line will come. AEF. The angle is formed here. So it is AEF. Angle AEF. This is how we find corresponding angles. And if the lines are parallel, mention lines are parallel, then these angles are equal. So if, for example, PEB is say 75 degree, then DFE will also be 75. PEB is 75, then DFE, this angle, will also be 75. Because corresponding angles are equal if the lines are parallel. Similarly, in this case also, they are both corresponding angles. If this angle is given say 105, then this will also be 105. Corresponding angles are equal if the lines are parallel. If they are not parallel, then they are not equal. Next part. Now we come to alternate angles. From the same figure, name the angle alternate to, first one is angle AEF, second one is angle BEF, third one is angle CFQ. And the three I am giving you now. Understand here. They said name the angles alternate to angle AEF. First mark AEF. AEF. We are discussing about this angle. And I showed you what are alternate angles according to the definition. Alternate angles are those angles which are on either side of the transversal, having different vertices, and both are interior or both are exterior. They are alternate interior if they are in the inside. If they are outside, then they are alternate exterior. This is in the interior. So alternate to this angle we know is this angle. Alternate to this angle, interior angle, is this interior angle. So name this angle, it becomes DFE. This is equal to angle DFE. So we have found alternate interior angle to angle AEF. So AEF is here. So alternate to AEF is DFE. We can also name it as EFD. Anyway, it can be DFE or it can be EFD. E can come here, D can come here. No problem. Either way it is. It means the same thing. Next. Alternate to angle BEF. Now first see where's BEF. 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 We are talking of this angle. BEF. Here the vertex. Alternate to BEF. Now alternate angles, they form an S. That you should know. It forms an S. That's another way of understanding alternate angles. So alternate. This is the interior. So alternate interior to this will be this angle. Name this angle CFE. We are talking of this angle. So the line will come this way. CFE. So it is angle CFE. Now we come to the third one. Third one is CFQ. Alternate to angle CFQ. First mark CFQ. CFQ. We are talking of this angle now. Now they are asking us alternate to this angle. Now this is an exterior angle. It is outside. These are exterior. I already showed you which are interior and which are exterior. That was shown yesterday only. I wrote it down and explained to you. So now alternate exterior angle to CFQ. Alternate to this angle. It is exterior. So alternate will be this one. Why? Because they have different vertices. They are on different sides of the transversal. And both are exterior. So alternate exterior to CFQ will be this angle, that is PEB. That is equal to angle PEB. This is how we find angles. Questions will be put up like this way. Name the angle corresponding to this particular angle. Name the angle alternate to this angle. Name the angle co-interior to this angle. That's how it's going to be asked. Next part. Now, name the angle co-interior to, first one is angle DFE and second one is angle CFE. Now they are asking us name the angle co-interior to the following angles. DFE. First mark where is DFE. DFE. This angle. So co-interior means interior angles which are two interior angles which are on the same side of the transversal. And they are in the interior. So interior to this is this one. They are on the same side. So it becomes angle BEF. That's equal to angle BEF. Name the co-interior angle to angle CFE. CFE. We are talking of this angle now. CFE. Co-interior to angle CFE. Co-interior to angle CFE will be this angle here. That is AEF. We are talking of this angle. So this AEF. That is equal to angle AEF. I hope it's clear, students. This is very important. If you don't understand how to find the angles, then you've not understood this transversal at all. That is why in the beginning, I gave you the definition of transversal. I showed you the 8 types of angles by giving numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and explained what are corresponding, what are alternate interior, what are alternate exterior, what are co-interior, what are linear pair, what are vertically opposite angles with the help of numbers, and gave you the definitions of each also. Now we are doing by writing the angles, full form of the angles. Not with numbers, but by writing the name of the angles. Now we are naming angles. So you should be able to know how to name the angles. That is very important. And once you know which are corresponding, which are alternate, you can name the angles accordingly. When an angle is marked, remember the 2 rays are formed from there, where the angle is. That alphabet will come in center, where the angle is. And the others are rays, where the angle is formed. So they become the arms. So the arms are AEF or FEA, that way. Next is name the angles vertically opposite angle DFQ. I already explained vertically opposite angles. Definition was given, figure was drawn and showed which angles are equal. So here they said name the angles vertically opposite angle DFQ. Mark angle DFQ first. DFQ. We are discussing about this angle. So vertically opposite angle DFQ is this angle here. That becomes angle CFE. CFE. Next part. Name the angle vertically opposite angle PEA. Mark PEA first. PEA. This angle. Vertically opposite this angle is this angle. That is BEF. BEF. That becomes angle BEF. So I have shown you now all the different type of angles, how to find them out. And now we do a few more questions where angles, measurements are given. You have to tell the other angles. Understand that now. In this figure, it's mentioned line L is a transversal to A and B, line A and B. And A and B are parallel to each other. They said A is parallel to B. Line A is parallel to B and L is the transversal. A is parallel to B. Line A, line A is parallel to line B and L is the transversal. So if L is the transversal, which are the 8 angles formed here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because this is the transversal now. These are the lines, parallel lines. This is the transversal. So when the transversal intersects the two lines, the 8 angles are formed at the two different vertices of the parallel lines. So the 8 angles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The figure can come this way too. Previously I was showing you straight. Now I am showing you when the lines are parallel this way and the transversal is here. So the 8 angles formed are here. One at this vertex, all the 4 angles, and the next 4 angles at this vertex. Now they are asking us, I have just shown you the numbers now. They said, if this angle is given at 50 degree, angle 1 is given 50 degree, they said find x. Find the value of x. Now read the question. Line A is parallel to line B. Line L is the transversal. If angle 1 is 50 degree, find x. Now what are these two angles? These two angles are corresponding angles. Why? Because they are on the same side of the transversal. They have different vertices and one is interior, one is exterior. So they are corresponding angles. And since the lines are parallel, the angles, corresponding angles are equal because the lines are parallel. So if angle 1 50 degree, then therefore x is also 50 degree. Reason, corresponding angles. This is the reason, because they are corresponding angles. So if angle 1 is 50, then x is also 50 degree. Reason, you have to mention the reason here, they are corresponding angles. Next, given now next part is angle, if angle 2 is 120 degree, find x. Find x degree, find the value of x. Now angle 2 is 120 degree. Now there is no relation between these two angles. There is no relation. They are neither corresponding, they are neither alternate. Why? Because this is in the exterior, this is in the interior. Right? But they are not on the same this. They are neither corresponding, they are neither alternate, they are neither co-interior, nothing. So what we do is, first find the corresponding to this side. This angle 2 is 120, corresponding to angle 2 is this angle. So we can name it as, say, y. Angle 2 is 120 degree. Therefore, angle y, therefore y is equal to 120 degree. Reason, corresponding angles. They are corresponding angles. Now we have found y. We can find x. Y, linear pair. It's a straight line. Two adjacent angles in a straight line form a linear pair. So y is 120, we can find x. So therefore x is equal to 180 minus 120, 60 degree. Reason, linear pair. This is how you have to understand this. So the question is given there, this angle is 120, they said find angle x. There is no relation between these two angles. So we mark another angle, say y out here. We find y because they are corresponding angles. So angle 2 is 120. So y will also be 120. Reason, corresponding angles. Now we have found this 120. This will be 60 degree by linear pair. So we have found this by 60. X is equal to 60 degree by linear pair. One more question. Yes, A is parallel to B and this angle is 7 and named it 7. This angle is 130 degree. They said find X and Z. Find X and Z. Now this can be done by two methods. These are corresponding angles. Why? Because they are on the same side of the transversal, one exterior and one interior. Right? So they are corresponding angles. If this is 130, Z will also be 130. You can either do it this way or this is alternate exterior angle. This is also alternate exterior angle because they are on either side of the transversal and they are both exterior angles having different vertices. So they are alternate exterior angles also. So this is 130, X will also be 130, alternate exterior angles. You can find this way too. Any way you can do it. So mention there, angle 7 is 130 degree, therefore Z is also 130 degree, reason corresponding angles. Now angle Z, now Z is 130 degree, then X will also be 130 degree, reason vertically opposite angles. Because if we have found Z, then we can find X, they are vertically opposite angles. And last one, for alternate angles, I am giving you an example. This angle 4 is this angle, they said suppose it is 4, angle 4 is 50 degree. They said find Y. Now what are these two angles? Alternate interior angles. Why? Because they are on different sides of the transversal, having different vertices. Both are in the interior. So they are alternate interior angles. They form an S. Alternate interior angle. So angle 4 is 50 degree. Therefore Y is also 50 degree. Reason alternate interior angles. I hope it's clear, students. So I have explained everything to you. We have completed now everything. I hope you've understood this. Practice all these sums. Do them in your copy. The more you practice it, the more you'll benefit. You keep on doing these questions again and again. Complete all the work which I showed yesterday too, what I've done today, the day before that also. And with this, we complete this chapter, Lines and Angles. Thank you, students.